Hi guys, I don't have much for you this week. Last week I tried to make this positive video like, man, we're still in it, you know. If we can come out there and show a better football than we did the first half of the season, maybe we can make these playoffs. And we played like we did with Cleveland. And I know Cleveland's a good team and all that, guys. I'm not saying anything about Cleveland. I'm talking about how basically inept our offense was for most of the game, and we went on a few big plays or some big passes and things like that. Now I'm ready to see our offense actually work. And this game coming up, hear me out. This game coming up, we're going to have to play against someone that knows how to play offense. Those Redskins are good on the offensive side of the football. I'm not sure we can stop them. I hope we can slow them down. But the main thing I want us to be able to do is to be able to score with them. Even the Eagles, ladies and gentlemen, our offense only put up 17 points on the board in that game. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to get something out of offense this week, and it'll prove a lot if we can outscore those guys and do very well versus them. Their defense isn't that great. We should be able to score on them. But again, against Cleveland last week, without Joe Hayden with just Screen and Sheldon Brown back there, we didn't look all that unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? We connected on a few plays here and there, and that's it. There's no consistency to our offense. We're not going to have Tyron. I mean, he's got a high ankle sprain, and you guys who follow football know that a high ankle sprain is the worst ones. You know, sometimes it takes you out up to 4 weeks. So I'm not expecting him this week. I hope to see him after the Thanksgiving break. DeMarco Murray, love him, but he can't help us when he's not on the football field. So therefore, we're probably going to have absolutely nothing for the running game. Nothing. And Tony Romo's not going to have much time back there to pass. So we're going to have to figure out something other than that, 5-yard out with Jason Witten every other play to see what we can do on offense. Because this game is important. Stopping that team is not going to be easy. RG3 was like, 14 or 15 for 200-something yards last week with 84 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns passing. As efficient as it gets. I mean, he's going back there, going through progressions. He's not just, focusing on one guy and throwing it in there. He's actually doing a good job at quarterback. And the wide receivers, you got Hankerson, you got Morgan, you got Pierre Garçon is coming back. You got Santana Moss, who's the veteran of the group. And you don't know who's going to be slipping over the top like Santana Moss did last week for that long touchdown. You don't know who's going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So there's just not one guy you got to put your guy on and make sure they stop him. We've got to stop all 4 of those guys. And the worst one of all is the running back, Mr. Alfred Morris. Alfred Morris is a monster, people. He scares me. For me watching the running back this season that we have to play, he's the one that has scared me the most. He's got a little like Mendenhall in him or a little Terrell Davis to where, he'll let the offense, carry the string defense on, and then he cuts it back up in there. And that type running is not good for a speedy defense like ours, a speedy over-pursuing defense like ours. I mean, we can over-pursue to go try to tackle him, and then he cuts it back, and he's gone. So this is a matchup problem for us guys. This is a matchup problem, and this team, like we're not dead, this team is not dead. This team is not dead. They beat us, they're basically in our spot. And then the next week, if they beat the Giants, they could be tied for the lead in the NFC East. That Washington Redskins team is not dead, and they're good. So this is going to be the first game where if we win this game, however we win it, it will be a sign that, okay, maybe we can make it to the playoffs. Not doing anything in the playoffs. We still hadn't proved that much yet at all. Not even close to enough to make us believe that something happened once they get in the playoffs. But if they can beat this team on Thanksgiving in front of the whole world, all your friends and family, if they can beat this Washington Redskins football team, it will prove a lot. And it will prove that we have a shot at winning the NFC East, and we have a shot at making it inside the playoffs. Check me with me later to see how we do. But Jason Garrett, Tony Romo, it's up to you guys. Get it done, you keep your jobs. Holla.